Hi, Renee Jones here with Pack Your Own Bag. So I've been out pulling weeds. Had I started this in March, it might have been easier. But now Bermuda grass has invaded the area that I chose to turn into a rose and perennial garden like a decade ago. Interesting, the grass from my neighbor's yard is St. Augustine. And there's no Bermuda until you reach the other end of the garden, which is 60 feet away. Remnants of Bermuda are easily reborn, apparently. It's a hardy grass with deep and long roots, and it sends out these long runners, so it spreads really quickly. Now, when I stay on top of this task, as well as, doing the mulching and the fertilizing and all the rest of it, it doesn't take that long to weed. And it's a good meditative and even grounding task. I do a lot of good thinking when I'm gardening. Well, I haven't kept up with it this year, so it isn't as much meditative as really hard work at the moment. It's also May in Texas, so it's hot and sweaty work, even early in the morning. Yet the results will be worth it. And the bees and butterflies and hummingbirds, as well as my neighbors, love it. Why didn't I start sooner? Oh, take your pick. Busy, other priorities, weather didn't cooperate when I felt like I had the time, space, and energy to work on it. It's all true. It's also all applicable to a lot more than weeds in my flower bed, isn't it? Mental weeds and grasses are just as easily spread, and their invasive nature can keep us stuck for years. Even when we think we've eradicated a negative thought, old memories can bring them back if we let them. Emotional eating is always driven by something. It could be stress or anxiety, trauma, bad memories, other things, but it can also be driven by where we allow our minds to wander with these invasive elements. I say invasive because they really don't belong there. Perhaps they crashed in, but most have crept in so quietly and we've not immediately responded to the threat, so they creep a bit farther. And perhaps they take over whole sections of our thoughts and our habits and our feelings, and eventually crowd out the good and beautiful things we wanted there. Yes, it would have been easier to pull them before they established themselves. But it's not too late. It may be hard work, but the effort will be well worth it. And we have a whole summer ahead of us if you'd like to join the challenge. So what thoughts and habits would you like to get rid of? Think about it. All the best.